Well, hey there, entrepreneurs. Welcome to 30 days of the Canon M50. If you haven't already downloaded the free PDF guide on the first video, that's just about a minute long, make sure you go back to the beginning of the series, get that free PDF on the best settings for video for the Canon M50. But otherwise, let's jump into today's video. So unlimited battery power or unlimited power in general to the Canon M50 is something that just about everybody wants, because one of the pros of the Canon M50 is the fact that it's small, it's lightweight, but that also means that the battery has to be small and lightweight. So what happens now is that this small and lightweight battery can only run for so long, which means that if you are some kind of teacher, educator, or online streamer or whatever, you're doing long form content, you're going to run into the issue of where these are always running out and you're constantly having one on the charger to get ready to swap batteries out whenever you're done recording your next video clip. But there is, and as you guys know, if you've been watching or if you watched the Vlogmas series or Vlogmas from 2018, depending on when you're watching this video, then I ran into some challenges with the AC adapters that you see online. Kind of look a little something like this. Yeah, this is one by that company called Glorich, and this one ran me $245 repair bill, or $245 repair bill from Canon because it shorted out my camera. Could it be said that this is just one of those things where I have a bad model or something like that? Potentially, but at the same time, when I reached out to the company, reached out to Amazon, and just all the methods that I could think to give them everything that they asked for, video and a photo of the camera working before and then it not working, Glorich and all their glory did not help me out at all. And the only thing that they did do was to refund me the $14.99 for the adapter. So this one is complete trash and it's something that I don't recommend. However, if you want to get the original one by Canon so that you can have unlimited power, unlimited battery life, it's going to range you about $80 to $84 plus shipping and handling. That's a bit pricey. That's not something that, after you've bought everything, you spent $80 to $100 on lights, you spent $40 to $60 on a microphone, you spent, just thing after thing after thing. You maybe spent $30, $40 on a better memory card, $20 on some additional third-party batteries. Like, it adds up. It completely adds up, and I get it. So I was going to go ahead and just get the regular thing from Canon and pay the $80 because there is a Canon branded one which is preferred. And same thing with the batteries. If you use something else, then you either take yourself out of warranty and will have to pay out of pocket. I bought my M50 used, so it was never on warranty anyway. But if you do have full coverage or some kind of warranty on your M50 because you bought it brand new, then using some of this third-party stuff kind of makes it all null and void. So check your papers and call Canon and do all your prior research necessary before you invest in something like the Glorich. But I wasn't just happy with spending, because it'd be another $50 for another Canon branded battery. It'd be another $80 something just for an adapter. But I'm using an adapter right now and it's not by Canon because I decided to take a risk and buy a different one. So this one is called the Capaxon AC adapter, and it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable because now I got two of these, so I am using one currently, and I am using my USB method that I would use for streaming. So this is exactly what I'm going to be using from here on out. Anytime you see this setup, more than likely it's going to be on the AC adapter, so I'm not having to worry about getting up for the battery, and I can stream for as long as I want to. I love it. It's amazing. So comes in all of this, I guess a little bit of an unboxing-ish type setup. And so this adapter looks very different than the one by Glorich. Now, the numbers on the back as far as the amperages and all that stuff is the same, but the only thing is that there are these filters. That's on this one, which kind of made me think twice because the original Canon one has those filters, but this one, as you can see, does not. So when that surge, when the power went from the wall to the actual camera and shorted it out, those filters are what help to make sure that only the amount of power that goes from the wall through the adapter to the camera is what it's supposed to get, and not anything more to make it safer. This is the same thing that Canon has on theirs. Even on, this microphone, if you can look down here, I have stuff like you see those on all kind of electronics. And it wasn't until I ran into this issue that I actually saw that, and I said, well, this makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, the fact that this is on there. But that honestly wasn't good enough, because it's a lot of different models, makes, all kind of brands out there that essentially look the same and all of that. Key thing that let me know that I probably shouldn't have tried that one anymore, it was giving a whining noise. And you'll see this all through the comment on the actual page on Amazon for that camera company called Glorage, or that brand Glorage. And you'll see that just it gives a whining noise. It gives a whining noise. That's not a good sign. When you plug something into the wall, it shouldn't be making that noise. But again, we always like to say, well, maybe it's just theirs and mine will be different and blah, 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 blah. Don't try it. It's not worth it. And that $245 plus you pay for the shipping yourself, it's just not worth it. Or you're paying to ship it out to Canon as well. It's not like Amazon where they'll send you the return label. It doesn't work like that. So as much as this is telling you about, being able to use this one by Capaxon, at the same time, if you really want to make sure that you're safe and you don't run into any issues whatsoever, maybe it has some kind of warranty with it. Make sure that you're going with the Canon branded one, but this one does come with a type of warranty from this particular company, so that was helpful. Another thing was that another YouTuber that uses the M50 as well actually recommended it, left a review on there, and he's been making videos about it, and if there was something wrong with it, he would have made a video about it. So that made me more comfortable. Last thing was that, with this Glorage adapter, let's keep these two separate. With this one, they actually put where you can see it has these 4 gold connectors. Now that's consistent with what you would see on the regular Canon battery. So that was pretty cool. I think these are probably okay. Not, again, anything that came in this kit, I only kept it for the sake of this video just to see how it goes. I'm not really wanting to try this and use this again, but essentially there's nothing that this DC coupler or dummy battery I think is really supposed to do. But since I don't know a whole bunch with it, and I got 2 of these already, I don't want to keep anything from Glorage. So that whole thing is, I'm going to cut the cords on it, and it's going completely in the trash. But again, for the sake of this video, it's the reason why I saved it. Now, the one that comes in this Capaxon kit actually comes with 2 prongs instead of the 4. Now, again, these don't have any battery cells in them. So, and it's a silver instead of gold. So I'm not sure, I'm not, all into electronics like that to be able to tell you, between ohms and adapters and all kind of stuff like that. That's not my forte. But if you look, then you'll be able to see it just has 2, which means that 2 of those are blank. Now, from the research that I did and what I was able to find out, and if you know any more, you can definitely leave your comments down below. But, as far as I know and I understand, that some parts of the battery and some components, when it comes to like these adapters and all of this stuff, deals with what's actually necessary, and then 2 other prongs are necessary for some other stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not fully into that world. I just simply trust the other YouTuber content creator that's been using his and has his and been using it for some time, and then it has that filter on there. So that's what's made me want to try it out, at least, and I went ahead and got 2, so it's working. Now, I did run into one problem today, which is why I like to thoroughly take some time and test these things out before I do any kind of review on them or anything like that. And I'll play the clip for you right now. Yeah, doesn't sound too comforting. Now, that was with a lapel microphone hooked in, trying to do one of the videos in this series here. And yeah, getting a nice little buzzing sound. However, what I'm finding to be true in my recording space, as well as I've seen again online with some other content creators, is that it's something dealing with maybe the grounding, or something dealing with the room in general, or just different cords and stuff. And so I have different cords running from different stuff, from the lights to the computer, from the like all kinds of stuff going on in this room. And so not every cord is hooked up in the same way as other ones so that you're not picking up any electrical noise from them when they touch or whatever. So I found this to be true as well, even with certain cheap headphones, and you touch the ends of it, or just sometimes headphones in general, you touch the end of it and it picks up almost like the electricity, so to speak, coming through your body. Freaky stuff, but whatever. So what I've been able to do with this one is just simply lift it off of the ground and get it off of those other cords that I have in there. I had the same challenge when I used my G85 adapter. It's basically, I just kind of use a rubber band and tie it around so that it's not so it's dangling off of the tripod and it's not actually cross touching any other cables. And then I can use my lapel microphone or whatever, which is a simple rubber band. I tie it around, loop it through, because this is what you came here for. And the same way I'm able to dangle this off of here and just kind of do that, use some Velcro, whatever, which is essentially what I kind of use for that kind of stuff. Just kind of Velcro that so it's off of the ground, and then it works. But even with it laying on the ground, the fact that the audio source is not also coming through the camera, I'm using a USB microphone, helps to make that less of an issue. I'm sure if you're questioning or wondering, what about if you use these? It doesn't matter. It's not the microphone that's the problem. It's the adapter, whatever other cables that you're having or something like that. Maybe if you have carpet, it makes a difference. I honestly don't know. And it kind of goes beyond anything of what I know. So if you're going to leave any questions like that, I can tell you I don't know in advance. But as far as I'm concerned, I've been able to have good results with it. I've been running this now for several hours using the 35 millimeter kit lens, not kit lens, but using the 35 millimeter full frame lens, the Viltrox adapter, my same live streaming setup. It's hooked in through the USB. So a lot of power coming through here. I would have been done for an hour ago if I was just using the battery, but I've been able to just let it run, sit there, and let it be on. I've turned it off without unplugging it, see if anything gets warm or anything like that. I'm not having any challenges like that. Other than, like I said, that buzzing sound, which comes from whatever it's coming from when it touches some other type of cable or cord that's plugged in to something, into the wall or surge protector or whatever, then it's fine. But once I lifted it off of the ground and just kind of dangled it from the tripod, no more of an issue. But other than that, those are the only ways that I've found to get unlimited battery power without trusting all of these random Amazon company names, and just, hopefully getting something that's good. But I found one that finally works for me, so I got 2 of them.